Everybody finds that they have split tomatoes if they get too much rain and the skin's already formed as big as it's going to be, and all the extra moisture splits them. We use the split ones. We don't use the ones that have been split a long time. Now, most of these split when I picked them today, and you can see that it's a real clean split line, and see that still has the internal membrane attached, so they're okay to use. When you get down into a deep split like this, or one where you can see irregular shaped in the red skin, it's obvious that has been split longer and something could have gotten in it that you might not want to eat. I'm not saying that if you wash it off it wouldn't be still good to eat. Plus you're going to put it in vinegar, and I'll show you what we do with that. But all those that are just gently split and not the insides are exposed, we rinse them thoroughly and use a sharp knife and cut them in half on the splits. To find a split tomatoes, rather than roll them around and put any more pressure on them, which might let them split, especially if you've had some rain lately, which we haven't, and that's one you see it's got a void in it, and you can cut that part off if you want to eat it. But we use a pan like this. It just happens to fit in the sink pretty well, but we could just roll them around and see there's a split one. In fact, I'd gotten all of them out of here, and that's one that you'll be able to use. But you can just roll it and see whether you can see any of them. It's got a split on it. There's another one. See, and I've already picked through these. We use a sharp router knife, and I know they make a tomato knife, and it really is a great knife. But when you're holding these between your index finger and your thumb, and you're running a knife down between your fingers, that point will stick your hand. And this one being shorter, there's less likelihood of hitting your hand, because normally I would wash this off and hold that like that and split it with a knife. And see where your palm is with that long handle blade there compared to that one, and it is a sharp point like a needle on the end. So we use the shorter one. We use plain apple cider vinegar, 1 cup. Half a cup of water, salt and pepper to taste. I think it's too long, but and 1 tablespoon of sugar, and all you have to do is stir this up with the cucumbers and let it sit. I'm doing it now because I haven't sliced the cucumbers up, and I want the tomatoes, since some of them were split, to be in the vinegar water, which is sort of a preservative. And all you gotta do is stir it up and mix it up and add the cukes and stir it up and eat on it. And once we eat all the vegetables out of it, straining it out and putting it in a bowl, we put more vegetables in it until the vinegar turns cloudy, and then we start fresh. Well, I put this in a larger pan because I wanted to make more of it. And you can see it's maybe 1/4 of vinegar and water. Plus the tomatoes will add some juice to it. And you take anything and stir it up. We serve it in dishes, bowls. And what we try to do is we would dip it out with a spoon without holes in it, so some of the vinegar water is in the bottom of the bowl. And that's the way we eat it. And see, this is what we made up yesterday, and since the vinegar's still good, I'm going to pour that vinegar on this, and then it'll be covered halfway. You don't need it covered halfway. It's just I didn't want to use the older ingredients because it's got some chopped up tomatoes in it from whole tomatoes to do the video. Bon appetit.